only played one tournament this year. That was the Korean Super Series. But as you can see, her 2 matches so far, won in very convincing style. So to the 24-year-old from Haryana in India, 5 in the world ranking. She has been as high as 2. It's her first ever quarter-final here at the China Open. And she had a very tough battle in the first round against the left-handed Sayaka Takahashi. 3 games there, but more comfortable in the second round against the qualifier, Chin Jing. So for Saina Nehwal, well, to me, a bit of a surprise that this is her first ever quarter-final in this particular tournament, making her 6th appearance here, when you consider that she's been seeded in 3 of her previous 5 appearances here at the China Open. Number 4 seed back in 2011, she lost in the first round. The number 7 seed in 2009, and number 6 seed last year, and both last year and 2009 lost in the second round. So this hasn't been the happiest hunting ground for Saina Nehwal as far as her success is concerned, and her success is considerable in world terms. 18 career titles, 7 of them Super Series. In fact, won the Australian Super Series, the first ever time that Australia has been in the Super Series calendar. And she will always be the first ever winner of the Australian Open Super Series title. That's a nice thing, isn't it?
It is. Always good to put your name down.
Yeah.
We like that.
We do.
Yes, we like it.
Well, for Saina Nehwal, not only winning that Australian Open, won the Syed Modi India Grand Prix Gold event in Lucknow. We were both there, Morten. But apart from that, those 2 titles, 8 quarterfinals so far this year. 1 last 16, 1 first round loss.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right,
As we look at our umpire for this,
China. And on my left, Saina Nehwal, India. Saina Nehwal to serve,
India.
love all, play.
Singapore is the service judge. Now, I had to just have a double take there, Morten, because Apinder Sabharwal of India,
Yes.
officiating on an Indian player.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
surprised.
unusual. Very unusual.
Yeah.
1 love.
Well, this is the first meeting between these 2 players, not altogether surprising. Now, I should think many people perhaps don't know all that much about this young lady, the 21-year-old Chinese player, Su Di. But I first took note of her name on the world stage when she won a bronze medal at the 2010 World Junior Championships in Guadalajara. Lost out in that semi-final to Misaki Matsutomo. Matsutomo, who is now the new world #1 in women's doubles with Takahashi. They've just gone up 1 place in the world ranking to #1.
Okay. And they are playing on the adjacent court.
Yeah.
Against another Japanese pair.
Oh, that's nicely done.
Has actually lost the first game 21-19, but is up 20-15 here in the second. So what you're actually telling me is that I've seen Su Di play before, because I was in Mexico.
That's right, I know you were. That's why I mentioned it.
And for me, it's a completely new name, so, you know, thanks for putting me right.
Yeah. Well, when you and I were watching in the first day of competition here of the main draw, that was a nice clear deep into that backhand corner, and I was watching this young lady play, and I said to you, Morten, my goodness, hasn't she developed physically since her junior days? I think that, you know, I suppose there's so many good Chinese women's singles players around. You know, I've made the point that she's the 13th ranked women's singles player from China on the world ranking. She's only played one international tournament this year. She doesn't get a lot of chances to play international tournaments, therefore her world ranking is unrealistic. She's much, much better than that.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. Agree with that.
But she's this mould of, you know, the Wang Yihan, Zhang Ning, tall, elegant player. Now, you know, she's developed physically, and she's, to me, looks much stronger in the legs than she did 4 years ago.
She is.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. She's a strong athlete.
Yeah. And I think she could cause Saina Nehwal a few problems here today.
Definitely.
Just missed it.
But it's good of such a young athlete here from China, you know, giving these few opportunities, and she's actually taking it.
Yeah.
She got promoted to the main draw, didn't she?
That's right. Replaced Li Shuirui,
yes.
number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed, yes. So, you know, you go in there and you take your chances, and I think she's done well getting to the quarterfinal here.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's brilliant.
Service over.
But it's also adding on some pressure on the more experienced player in Saina Nehwal here, because, you know, everybody expects her to be able to beat a qualification player, and oh, you got a good draw, what an opportunity that you have to get to the semi-final of the China Open and so on. But I'm telling you, that's playing on your mind as well, that, you know, you have to win it, and that's adding on just more pressure.
Yeah. Oh, that's nicely done. And just to follow up on that point more, it's been well publicised in India that Saina Nehwal has parted from Pullela Gopichan, her long-term coach.
Yes.
And she's now working with Vimal Kumar. It was initially going to be a 2-week experimentation prior to the Asian Games. I understand that she's continued to work with Vimal, and I've been reading quotes from Saina Nehwal saying Pullela Gopichan just simply doesn't have the time to dedicate to me now. You know, there's so many good players now at Gopichan's academy in Hyderabad, and she's sort of feeling perhaps not getting all the attention she wants or requires.
Been used to.
Or been used to, exactly. So, I mean, all this build-up of pressure, I think you've got to add into the equation. I mean, for so long, Saina Nehwal was the darling, not just of badminton in India, but of female sport in India. And, you know, all of a sudden, PV Sindhu has come along. She's twice won a bronze medal at World Championships. All of a sudden, she's not the one and only star. So adding to the pressure of what you've just explained, that, yeah, everybody's expecting her to get through to the semi-final. She's up against a player who originally was supposed to be playing the qualifying. Yeah. Plus, her feeling a little unsettled at home, all adds to being a big pressure situation.
Totally. Couldn't agree with you more. And obviously, the big thing is here that she's got to prove that she can handle the situation. That's a sign of a true champion, that, you know, you might run into difficulties now and again, things are not going your way, but you work your way out of it, and you prove that, you know, no matter what is happening, you still there, you compete and you win. That's good, very nice, clear by Suudi here.
9-6. Service over. 7-9.
And it's out, well left.
8-9.
Oh, that would have been a winner.
Yeah.
Very
9
nicely disguised.
Play.
And one of the favourite shots from Saina Nehwal, given
9.
almost any opportunity on that short backhand. She loves to play that drop shot at the net.
So to the mid-game interval. On a run of 5 straight points. Saina Nehwal. Number 5.
Yeah, she was 9-6 down, so very nice comeback.
Yeah.
And one of the disadvantages, not to say anything about the coaches helping Saina Nehwal here, but if she is working with Vimal Kumar, obviously it's a disadvantage that he is not here in order to see her in the tournament and you know, advise her according to what they've been working on at home. So that is definitely something that this situation have to work out, that the new situation of her moving down to Vimal Kumar
In Bangalore.
in Bangalore, yes.
Yep.
And you know how they want to work together, because obviously tournament is a very vital part of the whole exercise, and then he's got to be there by her side as well now and again to make sure that it's going according to what they've discussed at home.
It's interesting you say that, Morten, because it's occurring to me that, you know, somebody like Saina Nehwal a couple of years ago signed what was reported to be a mega contract where she was going to earn something like 7.4 million US dollars over a 3 or 4 year period. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, if she needs her personal coach with her, we see it in other sports like tennis.
She can afford it.
Why isn't Vimal here with her? It may be a political thing, I don't know, or maybe he's got family commitments. He has a family at home, doesn't he? Perhaps doesn't want to travel, but, you know, it's interesting when we see how other sports have developed and whether badminton is on that verge of going that same professional route where an individual player will have their individual coach travelling with them.
I think it's very much going that way in many ways. Badminton is not there yet.
No.
But we see signs of players being able to surround themselves by a whole team of experts. It can be physios and masseurs and coaches and managers and all the rest of it. So it becomes a whole team, like in tennis, and even you see the cycling professional teams and so on. So yes, it is a trend that is coming into badminton. It's still very, very early stages, but it might happen in the next sort of 10 to 15 years, I think.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because when I arrived at the airport here in China, I had the pleasure of chatting to Fernando Rivas, who of course is the coach of Carolina Marin, and he was saying to me, I have to devote so much time to her because, as has now been proven, she's won a world title. He, of course, is the national coach. So we get to this point of debate. We are fundamentally an individual sport. Saina Nehwal's desire is for the best for Saina Nehwal. And for the National Federation, it must be for the best for Saina Nehwal, as indeed it is equally. They want the best for PV Sindhu and all their other players. And I'm with you. I think we will get to the stage. I hope it doesn't take quite as long as those 15 years or so that you predict it might, before we start seeing more personal coaches travelling with an individual athlete and giving them all the attention that they require.
Yeah, I think it's all coming down to money.
Yeah.
It's all coming down to money. Eventually, with the prize money funds in these big events keep rising as what they've been doing for years now, will they continue that trend? It all depends on how quickly that goes.
Yes, yeah.
16-11.
And of course, because we're an Olympic sport, then there's government funding for athletes, and if you come out of the national training setup, do you still get your government funding, which would make a big difference to lots of players? I take your point. I think we probably are some way off that.
Definitely, yes.
Lovely. Finds the line.
17-11.
11 from the last 13 points to Saina Nehwal.
Service over. 12-17.
Yeah, this is one of the areas I've noticed where Zhu Di is struggling a little bit on her round ahead situation, and you know, again, if you look at it purely from a coaching point of view, she's not using her left arm very much as giving balance. As you can see, it's very much down to the side of her body, and she's not using it as a balance.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, it's a counterbalance, isn't
yes,
it?
and that's why she's a little bit under pressure on the backhand side.
Service over. 19-13.
Yeah, pushed out.
20.
Game points now 30. For Saina Nehwal. Yeah, from that 6-9 deficit, it really has turned the momentum, stamped her authority on this now.
She has. She's playing very solid.
Yep, first time of asking. 21-13, the scoreline.
Nehwal, 21-13.
As confirmed by the umpire. 18 minutes.
वो तो फुल कंट्रोल कर रही है स्लो फास्ट तू जब चाहे जब कर तो होता है फास्ट 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 मत
Bish.
Deception वाले toss.
Coach there.
स्लो कर रही है कब फास्ट कर रही है तो मार रहे जब भी अच्छा कन्वर्ट लगा रही है बहुत अच्छा
Wonderful images.
एक अराउंड द एज है वो एक मतलब रैली के बीच में वो एक वो मार रही है और एक मार रही है बस और कुछ नहीं उसके लिए थोड़ा सा रेडी 2 बार ही मार दिया ना उसके बाद रेडी रहे इधर आएगा ज़्यादा तो उधर ही मार रही है ठीक है ना
Yeah, I enjoyed a very pleasant journey with Madhu, Coach Madhu, very recently from Saarbrücken to Frankfurt. We sat next to each other on the bus. 2-hour journey. Good old chinwag about the good old days.
I can believe that.
When we were both playing.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah, what a lovely lady she is. You may have played against her husband, Vikram. Do you remember him?
Yes.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
They're just testing out the new racket.
Second game, love all. Play. Service over. 1, love.
Slight hesitation by the line judge before calling that out. I think that was the correct decision, though.
We have a challenge.
Sudi challenges.
Oh, we do have a
ball
challenge.
Yes,
out.
we do.
Oh, no, that's out.
That's out.
What do we know? That's extraordinary.
That's a good challenge.
Correction.
Very good
In.
challenge.
2, love. Play. Service over.
Be careful about the
1,
drift. Sorry. Yeah, that's lovely.
service over. 3, 1.
on
good.
the line.
Yeah, that's good.
4-1.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's out. It's a good start for Saudi.
5-1.
Singles between Mark Webber from Germany and Harupali Kasia from India.
2号场地将要进行的是男子单打比赛，由来自德国的马克·斯维杜勒对阵来自印度的卡什亚夫。
Umpire Liu Yun, China. Service judge Yang Shiyi, China.
本场比赛裁判员
She's doing something different tactically.
主裁判员
She's not attacking as much as what she did in the first game. But I think she's sort of playing the right game at this side, you know, a little bit more patiently, waiting for her opportunities, because she's playing against the drift and all that. She can keep it in quite nicely, but somehow she's lost a little bit of edge.
Yeah.
And she needs to get that edge back. She's lucky to survive this one. Very lucky.
Yeah.
It would have been 7-1.
Or just indicating to the umpire that she wants the court not to perspiration. Both players allowed to tail down.
But I think that could be a very welcome break for Saina Nehwal. You know, not 7-1 down, but 2-6, plus a little bit of a chance to regroup and compose herself and get back into it here. That's maybe a small little opening.
6.
And that error there from the Chinese
showing
youngster.
it.
Yeah.
Four, 6.
Oh, that's lovely. Lovely backhand cross court net
5,
shot.
6.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? 7-1 or now, as it is 5-6. What a difference
Yeah.
it is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
huge.
Key break.
That miss sitter.
And here we have one of the usual arguments about changing the shuttle or not. But Saina Nehwal got her way, and she wanted a new shuttle, and changed it is. That's it. Good length.
Service over. 7, 5.
I think it's coming down to one of these usual situations that, you know, what Saina Nehwal is trying to do is trying to survive as easily as possible. And by doing that, she's at the moment shooting herself in the foot. She's got to, as I say, up the edge again. She's got to really put that pressure on, and doing what she's doing now. Unlucky not to get it, but she did the right thing.
Yeah.
Add on the pressure.
8, 5.
And work hard. And there is no easy way out of it.
It's always interesting to me to, you know, sort of, I mean, whether Saina Nehwal actually consciously thinks in those terms, I doubt very much.
Yes.
But how athletes approach things very differently. You know, I've watched you so many times in the past, from what you just said to me as well.
9,
It's
5.
quite clear that when you went onto court, if you could win love and love, that's what you were going to do.
Yes.
You weren't going to mess about. You wanted to get it done as efficiently as possible. And I can remember a mixed doubles partner of mine, who shall remain nameless, British player, and before a vital match, said to me, you know, it was a major games as far as I was concerned, and he said, "Oh, what are you fussing about, Joe?" I said, "We can win this easily." And I said, "You never think like that. You get on there, you win it as quickly as you possibly can. We are going to be focused from the start." And yet we formed a very good mixed doubles partnership, but his attitude was so
different,
laid back, so different.
Service over, 6-10.
Because I can see exactly what you mean here. You know, the number of times we've watched Saina Nehwal, and there is no doubting she is a class badminton player.
Absolutely.
And yet sometimes, you know, it's almost as if she's getting herself into more difficulty than is necessary.
Yeah. But I'm convinced she will do well in this match. She will get it, the raise she wanted. I think it's what I call a normal human reaction. See if I can survive a little bit easier than you know I could have hoped for, and then you know I'm off to the next round with some extra energy. But somehow I think, you know, spend the energy and recover for tomorrow, rather than possibly having to play 3 games or something like that. Let's see how it goes. Swadi is up.
Saina challenge is called out.
There's a challenge on it, so that's why it's still not 11-7, and the coaches are on the court already. So the umpire really have to tell the coaches not to be there, in all honesty.
Oh no, that was definitely long, wasn't it?
It was.
Coach, still challenge.
So now he's sending the coaches off the court due to the challenge and not due to the time is up. But I think you're right, it will be 11-7.
Yeah, there we are. There's the confirmation.
And now they can go in.
And now the coach is invited back.
It's what they call hidden exercise. Do you know that?
Correction in.
But presumably, on a technical point here, Morten, the 1 minute timeout for the mid-game interval only starts once Hawkeye has made the decision.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sure he's connected to that group that Swadi is part of. She's probably not all the way up with all the rest of them yet, so she's in a different group with different coaches.
Court 1, 20 second. Court 1, 20 second. (11-7), play. (12-7).
Tell you that Saina has now started to work.
Yeah.
But whether she will be successful or not, time will tell.
Service over.
But I can see she has decided, okay, there's only one way, I really have to fight it now. You can see the whole body movement, everything on the court there was, you know, really showing that she wanted to win it now. And with a little bit of success, she will catch up and might win it in 2 straight games. But if she's not successful in this quite quick comeback, then I think she will let it go and then try everything out for the third game. And we're left.
Service over, 9-30.
Oh, that's nice.
Service over, 14-9.
Straight slice from around the hip position.
Yeah, not one of the most easy shots.
Yeah, in fact, she doesn't use her left arm an awful lot at all, does she?
No.
Keeps it very close to her body. You normally see when a player is lunging in towards the net, not just on the overhead shots, using that non-racket arm as a counterbalance.
Yeah.
That's too long.
Service over, 10-14.
So I think that if for Steiner to really start spending energy on it, she's got to win the next 2 points or so. She's got to close the gap.
Just wide.
It is wide, but
11.
almost came in somehow.
It's a challenge here, I think.
Once again. Point back, it was actually already 11-8. Oh, sorry, 11-14 on the screen, so now it's 10-14. It's out,
Yeah,
it's
that's
way
out.
out.
We ought to learn from our mistakes and not do these predictions.
But this can't go wrong.
This can't go wrong.
No, definitely not. This can't go wrong.
I remember at the Thomas and Uber Cup finals in Delhi earlier this year, and our friend and colleague Jim Laugerson.
He got them all wrong.
Poor Jim, we gave him some stick about that, didn't
Yeah,
we?
he's got to sort of revise it a bit, his ambition.
Way out.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
Well,
11-14.
got a good rest as well.
Play.
That's gone long. Do you know,
12,
there's a number of
14.
times I think Saudi looks to me as if she's expecting some of her good shots to be winners. It's almost as if she's not used to playing this level of badminton.
It's coming back.
And it's coming back, and she's so shocked it's coming back that she's then making the error.
That's it. Yes.
13-14.
That was really unlucky for Swardi, this
14
one.
all.
Look at that perfect reverse shot she's playing
Play.
on the return of serve, and then having that great opportunity for the push, but she just pushed it long on the baseline. But the first shot was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, that's going wide.
Yeah, good judgment.
Service over.
Well, I can remember you saying, well, 10-14, Simon Nehwal has to close this gap. She's done that, but she needs to maintain it if she wants to win this in 2 straight.
She will win now. We're going to have some fun.
Service over. 15 all.
No, I think she will win. She's got that momentum now.
Yes.
The match on court 3 will be men's singles between Hui Yunju from Korea and Wang Yihan from China.
3号场地将要进行的是女子单打比赛，由来自韩国的裴妍舒对阵来自中国的王怡涵。
Umpire Kevin Martin, Barbados. Service charge from China.
本场比赛裁判员凯利文马克，巴巴多斯，发球裁判高赞。
Oh, once again, play that beautiful slice down the line. Proved to be a very good shot before, and once again it worked. Good shot by Swardi.
That could be costly.
It could be. That was a golden opportunity.
Sure. Play.
Out. We will never know.
18-16.
You have to consider that was going with the drift as well.
Yeah. Well, I suspect the same as you, Morten. So 3 points away from forcing a third and deciding game.
Yeah, that's what we need now and again.
Yeah. Madu's looking a little bit anxious.
She always does. Unless her players are winning, you know, 21-2, 21-2. She always looks anxious.
Oh, look at that net
Yeah,
shot.
that's really good. She's playing a good net game. That's that reverse again.
Yeah.
She's got some really nice shots, especially her slice shots.
Game
Are
point.
very, very disguised. We will have it here now. Look at this one. Look at that. That's perfect.
So 4 game point opportunities.
And my prediction's completely down the drain.
Service over. 17-20.
You thought that was it?
Yes, I don't think she should challenge it.
Play.
Second time I'm asking, and the second game
Second game won
goes
by
to Saudi
21-17. One game all.
One game all confirms the umpire. (21-17), 44 minutes. Well, I'm not going to put you in it, Morten, where we can see one game apiece. Everything to play for.
Everything to play for. Paswadi played really well around the nets in this second game, and her slide shots proved to be very decisive as well. And if I may add on to it, I think that Saina Nehwal is putting a lot of pressure on the forehand side of Swadi, but she doesn't get through. I think she should start working that backhand side a lot more, the deep backhand corner, and also the smashes to the backhand side and all that. I think she will get a lot more out of that than attacking on that forehand side. I don't think she's got one down, and if you have noticed, she's really trying, and every single time is going down that forehand, she's not getting anything from it.
Interesting. The Indian coaches have spotted that as well.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Yes, please. Final game. Love all. Play.
Pinder Sabawal calls for the start of the deciding game.
It's the right thing, and she got all the replies she wanted.
Yeah.
She just couldn't capitalize on it, but she got the right response. Let's see whether that is a decision made, or it was just, you know, a bit of a fluke. No, that's definitely a conscious decision.
Service over. 1 all. One. Play.
Goodness me.
3-1.
That's a mile in. But a better start for Saina Nehwal here in the third game. She was, what, 6-1 down?
Yeah, that's right.
In the second game, but this time she's 3-1 up. So that's a huge difference. And once again, we are debating whether to change the shuttle or not. Just change it.
Is it that the players have like little psychological games with each other, or is it in the men's singles that they just have so much respect for each other that, you know, one asks to change the shuttle, okay, fine.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of the two.
Yeah.
4-1.
Men's are not really too bothered about that mental game between the two, where the girls are getting a lot more influenced by the fact that, you know, I want to change. Oh, she doesn't want to change, and I get upset.
Yeah.
So it's much more into the game between the women than it is with the men.
Far more purposeful with her movement back in court there, Saina Nehwal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 6-1 as it was in the second game, but in total contrast, 6-1 advantage is with this lady, Saina Nehwal. Make that 7-1. Again, I'm wondering in my own mind, Morten, about the lack of international experience with Saudi and the fact that, you know, almost relaxed a little too much, having won that second game, back in it. No, the hard work is not done yet. You've still got a third game to go.
That's a long way to go.
Exactly.
Long way to go.
But you see it often, don't you, with the inexperienced players? They think that the hard work is done, they're right back in the match, and all of a sudden...
Yeah, but it's really funny you say that, because when I'm coaching younger players and they are up against a better player on paper, you know, they don't have a chance, and they get this either first game or the second game, so they ensure that they go into third game, whatever.
Yeah.
Then they celebrate like they've won the match.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, you know, please don't do that. That's a long way, you know.
Yes,
and don't indicate that you're happy with winning just one game.
Yeah.
Be happy when you won the match.
Yes.
10-1.
Well, this is extraordinary. 10 straight points. She was one down. One now.
11-1 interval. Change
One of
and
the quickest 11 points we've seen for a long time. But that's giving Swadi a chance to regroup here, chance to talk to her coaches, and maybe she can change a few things. And as I would always say, if I was the coach in a situation like this, if the other one can take 11 points, you can take 11 points as well.
我就现场中你知道他会打什么吗？什么狗？大兵。什么强网推是下压打什么网？打的是你可以后头他就下压打你，这样强网推压，然后你就开始应付他的球。前面把他说好，打一点想打的，不行就放中路远网跟他进行对抗啊！加油啊！
11-1. Play.
Oh, that was going wide, wasn't it?
It was. Oh, watch out, watch out.
Did it me?
No, don't worry. everything's okay.
12-1.
Oh, I'm not so sure, Morton. What about that left knee?
It's okay. It's perfectly okay.
Are you okay?
The way she fell, there's no problem.
Sana, quick cover.
I'm going to let you watch that again.
Yeah, you can't watch it.
I can't watch it.
No. Oh, she just lost a little bit of balance. Is that no trouble? As we, you know, Jill and I, we have an agreement here that when it comes to injuries, I will commentate on it, and when it comes to these sappy moments when people are winning and the flag is going up and I'm all in tears and all that, then Jill is taking over.
Are you trying to say that I'm
12-1.
a harsh woman and
No,
don't
no.
feel the emotions?
But I'm just useless.
Well, thank goodness she is all right. That's all I can say.
Yeah, she is perfectly okay.
Ball.
I always have little flashbacks, especially to that round the head shot. That's where I
Right,
Yeah,
right,
but
right.
I'm telling you,
my
it
hat
happens.
here
It's exactly from that position. It happens so often
Yeah.
for the girls.
Yeah, I know.
But it was just the way she felt this way. It didn't look of anything. But I have seen a few, I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's wide and long.
Service over. 13-2.
Well,
14-2.
not sure there's any way back from this. And all credit to Simon Nehwal. Done it. Yeah.
15-2.
Spraying errors from the racket now.
Yeah, that's another way of putting it. I just can't help thinking, you know, if you can win 16-2 in the third and deciding game, why on earth did it have to go to 3?
Yeah.
You know, you've got to conserve your energy, and there is a day tomorrow as well. And if you can win as what you've done in the first game, 21-13, and 16-3 in the third here,
Yeah.
it's definitely possible.
So is it a lapse in concentration, or?
I think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's out. Yeah, we're left.
4-16. Service over. 17-4.
She thought about leaving it.
And she's leaving that one, yes.
18-4.
It's a clear sign of the drift here.
Yeah. Oh, that's delightful. What a nice way to bring up match points.
Match point.
Whole host of match point opportunities for Simon Nehwal.
service over. 5-20. Game.
It's gone long. Second time of asking. And the number 6 seed Saina Nehwal closing out the third and deciding game very, very comfortably.
Match won by
Indeed.
Saina Nehwal, 21-13, 17-21, 21-5.
1 minute shy of the hour mark. As indeed was our very first match this evening. 21-5 deciding game, which is through to the semi-final.
The match on court 1 will be mixed doubles.
So to our last quarter-final of the evening, and we turn our attention to mixed doubles, the number 2 seed CHN and Marjin. As the number 2 seeds, you can see there at the bottom of the draw. That is just the bottom half of the draw, the entire draw. 3 Chinese pairs, I can tell you, at quarter-final stage, 2 Japanese pairs.
Jonathan from Denmark. Service charge, 313, Singapore.
A big shock in the mixed doubles, I can tell you about. Apart from the fact I've given you duff information again. There's 6 Chinese pairs at quarter-final stage of the mixed doubles. And the big shock is the former world champions, Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Nasia of Indonesia, number 4 seeds here, have lost to a couple of juniors, Chen Wei and Chen, 2 17-year-olds who recently won the Bitburger Grand Prix Gold and just beat the former world champions. Goodness me.
Oh, what a start
Yeah.
to their senior career.
Yeah, it's only their second tournament together. First ever Super Series tournament together, and they've beaten the former world champions.
And that's not a bad result, and that was in 2 games. 2 straight games.
2 straight games, absolutely.
21-18, 21-15, as far as I remember, watching it out of the corner of my eye on the other court.
Yeah. Well, Marjin and Zhu Chen, winners of this title 2 years ago, when they were the number 1 seeds. Beat a Malaysian pair in the final, Chan Ping Soon and Go Liu Ying.